Matthew Bender. And defender freshman number 34, Lawrence Robinson. The Broncos are coached by Matthew Esposito, assisted by Ryan Jacque, John Walsh, and Ben Anderson. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Oswego State Lakers. Goalkeeper, sophomore number 1, Kyle Rose. Midfielder, senior number 8, Scout McCumsky. Midfielder, senior number 11, Serexi Lindsay. Center back, freshman number 14, Rowan King. Defender, junior number 15, Adis Omerovic. Defender, sophomore number 19, Ryan Bullis. Midfielder, freshman number 20, Vladimir Laryenko. Midfielder, sophomore number 24, Simone Bastone. Defender, junior number 25, Kieran Husselbeck. Defender, senior number 27, Jason Whitehack. And defender, junior number 32, TJ Tanner. The Lakers are coached by Dan Kane, assisted by Luke O'Callahan and Kyle Genrick. The officials for today's game, Mr. Jefferson Dargo, Mr. Joseph Meyer, and Mr. Chaz Loomis. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask all who are able to please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to WTOB 10 on this breezy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. I am Logan Weingartner on the call today. Of course, it will be an eventful afternoon of soccer between the Oswego State Lakers and the SUNY Delhi Broncos. The Lakers hold a record of 1 win, 3 losses, and 2 ties, and come into today's matchup with the Broncos, looking to secure their second straight victory, as their previous one did come this past Wednesday when they traveled to Dumore, Pennsylvania, and they took them a commanding 3-0 shutout win over the Marywood Pacers, who are now 2-5. As for the Delhi Broncos, they have a record of 1 win, 3 losses, and 1 tie, as their last outing ended in a tie, in a stalemate, with the Maine Maritime Academy. Neither squad was able to gain an edge throughout the match, and any potential generated momentum came too little too late. Now, as we switch back to the Lakers, I want to highlight certain keys to today's game that they can look to impress here on Alumni Weekend at Laker Turf. First off, I think they need to up the offensive ante from the outset. The Broncos have allowed 13 goals through 5 games this season, so if the Lakers are able to capitalize on that rather weak back end that Delhi possesses, and they can bury a couple through the hatchet, the tides should turn in their favor. And secondly, Tajay Ellis, he will need to be heavily involved in both the offensive and defensive schemes. He is a big body. He's one of the team's primary strikers. He's able to shift the momentum of a game once the ball is within his reach. And now we go to Delhi, where the Broncos will need to execute a near-flawless game plan if they want to evade this pesky Laker defense that allows just 1.3 goals per game. they'll need those contributions from the trio of beneficiaries that they have in Aiden Gaugen, the leading goal scorer, tied with Matt Serraro and Matthew Bender if they want to control the flow and pace on offense. And they will also rely on their veteran goalkeeper, third-year goalkeeper, that is, Salvatore Maloney, in curbing the opposition's offensive attack. But with all this being said, I will hand out my score prediction. So given the Lakers' recent success on offense, along with their improved back-end defensive help, I can see them taking a 2-1 victory today. I think that they'll strike first. Broncos will respond quick, but the Lakers will stand tall on defense and soon come to bury another one down the hatchet. And then their defense will be too much for Delhi to carry on with. So the Lakers will take it 2-1. Now we get underway here at Laker Turf on Alumni Weekend on this beautiful Saturday. Lakers taking control here. Lakers in the white, Delhi in the black. Lakers with control here so far. Pushing it up here, number 15, Edis Omarivic. 2 assists on the year, no goals yet. He'll look to strike, goes back to Delhi. Delhi with it now. A header, pushes it up. Delhi now. Lakers stop the momentum quick. Slight push, goes back to the Lakers, and Delhi looks to push, but no good as the Lakers take it back. Looks to go out of bounds here, and the Lakers will field it inside, in bounds. See what happens here is the Lakers will try to get something going early on as we approach just 1 minute into this contest. See what happens, a header here, and the Lakers will look to take it on their end. No good, even matchup so far, very early, but I can see it being even now and see it being even throughout the rest of the match. As the teams do hold similar records, the Broncos with just 1 more tie. So that's just the only difference in their records. Seemingly similar play styles they have. So we'll see who comes out on top here by the end of 90. Delhi to throw it in here now. Lakers take it back. Delhi with it. Delhi in open space with this one-on-one matchup as Lakers defender Simone Bastone is that defender on Delhi's number 13, Matt Serrao. 2 goals on the season for Serrao. Lakers kick it out here. Lakers on their back end. Lakers trying to push it up now. Lakers, again, like I said, they played a clean, very clean style of play in their last game as they came out 3-0 as the Lakers tried to push it up here. No good, though, goes out of bounds. But as I was saying, Lakers played it very cleanly last game as they took their first shutout of the season, 3-0. That game featured 3 different goal scorers. It was Lindsay and, pardon me, I'll have to look that up. But it was Lindsay and 2 others as the Lakers have it here. Lakers push it out into not very open space. It's a one-on-one matchup here in the corner. Lakers playing the best of their abilities as they can, backed into sort of a wall, and it goes out of bounds here. Now Delhi to pass it in, the Broncos that is, to pass it in on this beautiful Saturday. Delhi with it. We'll see what goes off of. Both players on both teams putting their hands up. They don't want it to go off either of them. They want that possession back, and Delhi does get that possession here. No, Delhi pushes it up the field, all to be denied swiftly by the Lakers. Again, that's number 15 on the Lakers, Edis Omarivic, who spearheaded that pass forward, and he's back with it now. Omarivic carrying it up the field, kicks it out, gets it back, but called stoppage in play. First stoppage, or sorry, a few stoppages in play already we have. Pass right to the Lakers from the Broncos, and the Lakers will try to carry it down the midfield. Lakers backed in a corner here. Broncos sort of applying a press defense that you often see in basketball. So trying to get the ball back any way they can and push it up the field, get that momentum, offense momentum going hopefully turn the defensive chances they get into offensive chances. So they try to bury one down the hatchet early. They kick it up, denied by the Lakers, though. It was out of bounds here, ref calls it, and the Lakers will pass it in. That is number 12, Luke Brozakas, who's passing it in here. Straight back to Delhi, though, after the Lakers try to kick it in their players, in their confines with their momentum. They try to gain. See if it goes out of bounds here. Both players chasing it down within the Broncos and the Lakers. Does go out of bounds, but the Broncos will retain possession. Kick it from out of bounds. They will bring in number 3, Nico Anastos, for the kick in, and we'll see what transpires here. Nico now lining it up, trying to get the best chance he can to give it to one of his teammates as they attempt to gain momentum on offense, gain an edge. Goes through, no good. That is saved by the Lakers. Very nice defensive stand there. Deflected off one of the foots of the Lakers, and they get it back. So now the Lakers with it here. And Kyle Rose in net for the Lakers. He was the one to stop it there. He was the one to get it and throw it back out. He has put up a clean season, I should say. 26 saves, the Lakers' leading goalie, putting up a .813 save percentage, and Max Malky, the backup, trails behind him with 5 saves, puts up a .714 save percentage. We'll see if he gets any action today. The two sharing the net often, though, with Malky being featured in some games. But then they alternate to Rose, so you really can't go wrong with either, as both have strong performances already to start the season. The Lakers now to pass it in after a series of stagnant offense from both squads. Now we'll see if they can get it going. That the Lakers, that is. Now after a trip up, the Lakers try to get it. Lakers chasing down. That is number 15, Omarivik. He's been all over the field so far, and he tries to chase down 25, Matthew Bender on the Broncos. No can do, though, as they will retain possession. All have to go back to the Lakers in white and yellow. And now that is number 27 of the Lakers trying to push it up, trying to evade through that Bronco defense. Number 27, Jason Wytak. 2 goals on the season for Wytak. So 1 goal on the season for Wytak. So he ties the other 3 scorers who have had 1 goal in the season, which is Tajay Ellis, Srixie Lindsay, and Scout McCumsky. They all have 1 goal along with Wytak, and they will look to add to that number, though, today, as they will try to bury one through what seems to be a rather weak defense that Broncos possess. So far, 13 goals in 5 games let up. We'll see if they can improve today, though. Now the Lakers get it back. That speaks to how strong their defense has been in recent games, especially the 3-0 one last one. We keep alluding to that. It's necessary because it's a frame of reference for how well they can perform in these crucial moments, as this is the first in-conference game for the Lakers. Delhi has already played 1, but this is the opening in-conference game for the Lakers. So they want to get an edge to start conference play, and no better way to do it than with a friendly matchup between 2 teams that have very similar records, only separated by 1 tie. See what transpires here. Lakers try to gain a win, like I said, in their first in-conference matchup. Now it's that goalie for the Broncos, Aiden Grieve, who's kicking it out. He has put up a good performance on the season so far. He backs up the leading goalie, Salvatore Maloney, who they usually roll out. But Grieve starts today, puts up 5 saves on the season so far with a .556 percentage. So we'll see if he can build on a strong season that he's established already. And now the Lakers to push it up. Lakers trying to gain any sort of edge here over this Broncos defense. It has performed well so far. And the Lakers try to push it through. They try to push it right past Grieve. It was 27 of the Lakers, again, Wytack, that slid through trying to get that ball past Grieve. But it was too little too late as Grieve has already had it. Grieve has already had it in his hands there. So he'll pick it up and give it right back to his Broncos. Now the Lakers take it back. The Lakers trying to push it upfield. Again, we see Broncos with this press defense, and it works well there as they strip it from the Lakers. All too soon be denied momentum. Goes back to the Lakers here. It's an even match for a 3-on-3 downfield. Intercepted by the Broncos, though. And the Broncos pushing it up. Stoppage in play as the Lakers take it. But it will be the stay on the Broncos side of things. We'll see if they can get anything going here. These two teams alternating momentums, it seems like. Although this does seem like the Lakers are more controlling the ball than the Broncos. Seems like they're playing well-coordinated, well-structured offense so far. So we'll see if they can keep that up throughout the match. They are matching that with good defense, with strong stops on those corner kicks, on those stoppages. They're coming out of the stoppages strong, ready to defend well. And that's what Coach Dan Kane is looking for from his squad of really experienced veterans up and down the roster. Some freshmen, more so experienced veterans, however, sophomores, juniors, seniors. So we'll see how that goes for Kane and company. Now it's the Lakers who are going to pass it in here. Lakers. Tighter defense by the Broncos. As the Lakers push it through, goes back to the Lakers. Stoppage in play, though. Quick stoppage in play as the Lakers try to push it up. But the ref stops. So we'll see what happens here as the Broncos take the ball. And the Lakers swiftly denying most momentum that the Broncos try to conjure up. And that's been the name of the game a lot of this season for the Lakers. That's what they do. That's their MO. So we'll see if they can keep that up in this game. And the Lakers here with it. The Lakers now pushing it up. Stoppage in play goes out of bounds. And the Lakers will retain possession once again. Stronger defense than games past so far for the Broncos, as they did drop they tied the last game with Maine Maritime College. So they're hoping to put a W on the board. But as it goes out of bounds here. Now it's the Lakers who pass it in. Goes between the defender and the Lakers high into the air. The Broncos will get it here. The Broncos with it. Nice ball handling, nice coordinated offense from the Broncos. But that will go straight to the Lakers' very own Kyle Rose. Who has your Kyle rolls it out. We'll see if they can have anything up. In the front, it's Wytack who leads the attack. Omarevic up there as well. But Aiden Grieve will swiftly take that ball, go straight back to the Lakers, though, and they possess an advantage here. It's a one-on-one. As that Bronco defender will catch up and force the Lakers to pass the ball back and eventually go back to the Broncos. And that's a statement defense that the Broncos want to hold all throughout this game. They are doing so far in the first half. As we approach 30 minutes left in the period. And now it's 27 Wytack with it, one of the Lakers' premier offensive engines. And he passes it out to number 19, Ryan Bullis, that is. Bullis will pass it out. It will go to 25 on the Lakers, but no good. That face to the name number 25 is Kieran Husselbeck, one of two brothers on the Lakers, the other being Ian Husselbeck. They are both featured in the offense often, and they both play with just such high IQ. Dan Kane spoke to that a few games ago. They both know where the right read is. They both know how to make that right read, And the Lakers are surely lucky to have the two, as they grew up playing soccer together, now transitioning into their college careers. So we'll see if the two can conjure up anything for the Lakers, that chemistry they have. We'll see if that can be a beneficiary to the Lakers' attack, which I'm sure it can throughout the game, and it definitely will throughout the season, which is what you want to have, that chemistry. So it'll go out of bounds here as the Lakers pass in. It alternates back to the Broncos. They're the ones that kick it out of bounds. Now the Lakers will pass it in. That is number 19 again of the Lakers, Ryan Bullis. That passes in, intercepted by the Broncos. Back to Bullis. He kicks it out to our very own number 20, Vladimir Larvenko. Larvenko kicks it out. Now the Lakers back with possession. Lakers, nice ball handling here by the Lakers. The Lakers able to find somewhat open space, and they will kick it back out past midfield. But then it'll go straight past midfield where they want it to be. Behind the midfield line, sorry, it was before. Then it was past midfield line. So now that is 25. Karen Husback back with it. He spearheads the offensive momentum. He gets it up here. And the Lakers backed into a corner here. Very tight defense by the Broncos, holding up very well so far. And the Lakers kick it out, goes out of bounds, past where Grieve can even try to save it. And it will be the Broncos' ball. Still 0-0 here on WTOP's broadcast. First in-conference game for the Lakers. Oswego versus Delhi. Now Grieve will kick it out here. Grieve, those 5 saves on the season. He's surely going to get more, and he's surely improved so far. So we'll see if he can keep that up. And that's, again, all over the field. Omarevic denied that from the Broncos. It's Bullis to take it again. And Bullis kicks that up. That's Omarevic with it. Omarevic tangles down the line, all to go out of bounds. It'll be Omarevic who passes it back to Grieve, and the Broncos will get it back. Very even matchup so far, as I've said many times. Both teams playing at a very competitive level, but nothing on the board yet, as our game so far is just headlined by very much competitiveness from both teams and an really even matchup, like I said. So we will see if momentum can transpire for one squad as opposed to the other as we head down 25 minutes from in the first half. And the Lakers now with it. He gives a lead pass, but all no good as the Bronco defender gets to it first. But the Lakers get it back. That's the Lakers running up with it. Now, the Lakers have intercepted by the Broncos, though, and they get it back. And they're going to reset possession here as the Broncos will carry it up their field. Tripped up, so the Lakers have an advantage. The Lakers get it back as the Bronco defender gets tripped up. Lakers get it back once again. Another trip up. All an advantage to the Lakers. Not intentional, but when you have it, it's an advantage. We'll see about good handles. Look like he's going to get a shot on goal. Rather, just handles it back out of bounds. We'll see who that's out of bounds on. And the Lakers will not get it back. Kicks it back out to Grieve. And Grieve, really a calming outing so far in net. As the Broncos, their back end has, I'd say, supremely shown improvement already from previous outings when they've been down by 2 or 3 goals and ended up losing the match by those 2 or 3 goals. But so far, they've really shown that they can come to play in this first in-conference game. So we'll see if that can hold up as we wind down in the first half. Still ample amount of time to go, however. So we'll see if they can conjure up something. Certainly, the coach has liked what he saw on defense so far. But the Lakers take it back. Lakers pushing it upfield now. That is Bullis with it. He kicks it out here. Or sorry, that was not Bullis with it. That was Simon Bastone with it, who kicked it out to Bullis. Bullis kicks to one of his teammates. Now it's the Lakers trying to gain a competitive edge, trying to play that smart, high IQ ball you want to see from your players as they try to evade that one-on-one defense. But it's Delhi who once again retains possession. Number 8, Aiden Goggin, that leading scorer for Delhi so far this season. He's been a statement piece for the Broncos and will surely continue to be for the rest of the season. Leading goal scorer of the team with 2 goals. Tied with another Broncos player, however. And that other one is Aiden Goggin with 2. David Clapper is the one trailing with 1. So Goggin is the sole leading goal scorer for his Broncos squad, which I'm sure he's proud of, and will continue to be a primary offensive engine for the team as they want to head into postseason play. Not exactly yet, because we're still relatively starting the new season, but as they wind down after midseason. But now we shift back to present, where it's the Lakers who control possession here. It's the Lakers trying to push it up. An errant pass, however, goes straight to the Broncos from the Lakers. The Broncos retaining possession here. Broncos kick it up. That was from number 15, Liam Molloy, the freshman forward. So we'll see what he can do here. Lakers get it back. 25, Kieran Hasselbeck, though that one of 2 brother combo, I should say. So we'll see what he can do for the Lakers. And the Broncos kick it out of bounds, so the Lakers will get it back in their own end. And they surely want to do something here. So it's going to be that aggressive offense that they want to pursue. And that's what they want to apply. Aggressive offense along with tighter defense. Coordinated, strategic defense, that is. So they're very much hoping to do that as, again, goes out of bounds. But it's the Lakers who are once again going to take and pass it back right into their own end, and we get a substitution here as the Lakers, as I said, they passed it in. Lakers now with it, carrying it up the sideline, and it's intercepted by the Broncos. Another errant pass by the Lakers. Broncos take possession of it, I should say. Sorry, that was Goggin who intercepted it, all to go back to the Lakers, and he will try to push it up fast, but no good. The Lakers cannot get to it in time, and the speed of Grieve on display there. He's able to get to it first. He's able to win that horse race. So it's, once again, the Broncos who show signs of clearly improving from games past. Now it's the Broncos who retain possession. Like I said, though, the Broncos have clearly improved. They are asserting themselves in this matchup, as it has been 0-0. Wind down in 20 minutes. Now it's the Lakers who attempt to take possession. Kieran Hasselbeck attempts to get a shot on goal. He's surrounded by 2 defenders. He kicks it out back into the box, intercepted by the Broncos, headed by them. Goes right back to them. Another very A1 showing on defense from the Delhi Broncos. That's what they want to see. Attempts to get to Goggin, but no good, as he's taken aback by the Laker defender and prevented from getting the ball. So now we'll go back to the Lakers, and they will push it into their end. We will see what transpires here. But as I was saying, the Lakers got ball control there in their end where they want to be. But the Broncos showed up, and they were where they want to be in a better way, it seemed. Swiftly able to deny any potential shot. Hasselbeck had that ball, had it in his grasp, but no good. Couldn't get a shot on net, but we'll see if he can now. No. Goes right into the hands of Grieve from a kick by the Lakers' very own Scout Mkumsky, who put one on goal, buried one down the hatchet last game against Marywood, Pennsylvania's own. They went into Pennsylvania and took that one 3-0. It was Scout Mkumsky who couldn't pass to one of his teammates, couldn't convert, goes right in the hands of Grieve. But now we shift back to the Lakers. They were trying to put one on net here. No shot. Attempted to pass it, intercepted by the Broncos, who kick it back out. Kick it right back out to the Lakers. The Lakers, surrounded by black jerseys, just represents how much the Broncos want this. Even in this first half, they want to assert that momentum early on from the outset. They want to be able to take ball control, and that's what they've been doing so far. So we'll see what goes on if they can keep that up heading into the second half. And that's the Lakers again. Hasselbeck tries to get it, but no good, as he cannot get that one. Avoids it from going out of bounds, the Lakers, but that was costly. Delivers right back to the Broncos, and now they have the ball. Not an exact advantage as the Lakers apply more defenders, but goes past the midline. No, the Broncos carried up past the midfield. We'll see what they can do. It's a one-on-one here from number 13 of the Broncos, Matt Serro, who passes it back out to Nico Anastos. Nico tries to calmly reset possession, trying to smartly play here with his teammates, trying to coordinate high IQ plays, stop the Lakers' tenacious defense from potentially intercepting it. And number 13 of the Broncos, Matt Serrao, passes it right to Kyle Rose. So he will tack on another save in this game as he attempts to near 30 total ones on the season and get that save percentage up from which is already a very good number, .813. So they're putting on an elite showing. But the Broncos intercept that. The Broncos with momentum here. That's Gauguin, that elite primary engine on offense for the Broncos. But he gets his ball intercepted. And now it's Hustleback who's pushing it up now. He's been I should have said shown. He's been shown in that offense a lot, that Bronco attack very often. So he's going to push it up and spearhead that attack as it goes back to Kyle Rose, out to one of the Lakers, and the Lakers pushing it up through the corner, or the side, I should say. Now the Lakers with it. Goes right back to the Broncos, and the Broncos will reset. They will pass it out to the Lakers side, and the Lakers will get it back. The Lakers, though, we'll see what they can do, if they can truly get that back, or if the Broncos will just quickly retain that possession. They've been doing a lot this match, so wouldn't it be out of the realm of possibilities for them to do it again? But what's in the realm of possibilities is another stoppage, which is what we have here. CU's ball. It is CU retains possession. If the Lakers can retain possession, yes, they do. And it's the Lakers that will pass it up. See if they can get anything going. A premature kick by the Lakers leads the ball back to them. And now they can correctly get it on the line, pass it through, recoup on offense. The ball will go straight to Rose. We'll see what he can do as he has Gauguin. Pressuring him. He did. Gauguin's all over that field, putting his stamp on offense and defense. But now it's the Lakers here. That's number 24 of the Lakers, Simon Bastone, who had it. And now it's Kieran Hustleback with it. Hustleback now, that's Ryan Bullis with it. Bullis, his pass gets intercepted, though, and the Lakers will apply a defense to take it back from the Broncos and stop them from getting it past midfield right away. They're stalling that offensive momentum that the Broncos try to put on, that offensive wherewithal that the Broncos try to have. And as number 25 of the Broncos, Matthew Bender, one of their premier offensive shooters, is tripped up. We'll get a stoppage in play, and they try to kick it out to Gauguin, but no good. But Bender will get it back. Bender will get it intercepted, though, and it'll go straight to the Lakers. Number 11 of the Lakers that will go to, who is Lindsey Surexi, who put one through the net last game en route to that 3-0 shutout. So we'll be hoping to build on that once again, build on that established momentum that he gained from that goal. Very back and forth matchup so far, as I've said before. Both teams alternating who has more ball control. Seemingly now, though, it's the Lakers as they kick it back out to behind the midfield line. And now it's the Lakers who control possession. That's Hustleback with it. See if Hustleback can do anything with it. He kicks it out back to Hustleback. Hustleback surrounded by two defenders, maybe three. He kicks out. He has nowhere to go with the ball. So he has no choice but to kick it out to a Bronco defender. And that's the tighter and more strategic defense I was talking about earlier within the confines of the Broncos. Their coach in pregame, he looked like he was trying to ingrain that into their heads, that they needed to play that better defense, needed to be something worked on. Has worked out so far as the Lakers were able to gain no momentum there. So we'll see how that transpires in these final 15 minutes as we approach that timestamp. Near's out of bounds, and it does go out of bounds. For the Broncos to take it back now. Again, they try to pass it up to Gauguin. He's ever on the field, as I said. They try to get it, an errant pass, though. The Broncos seemingly are in need of better passes, more coordinated passes. One thing I've noticed that they maybe have to work on when they come into the second half is communication. Because we've seen those errant passes, they try to get it up, they go nowhere, end up going out of bounds, which turn into a Laker possession. And eventually, as we know, that can turn into points for the Lakers, which is what they want. So we'll see if those errors happen again, and they can do it. Lindsey pressuring now. But a premature pressure, as that ball was out of bounds. So now we see Matt Serro is going to pass it in that overhead pass. Or no, sorry. That is not Matt Serro who's going to do that. He hands it off to Nico Anastos. He's going to pass it in here. He's going to try to find one of his teammates they can get the ball to try and work anything up here in these final 15 minutes. We'll see what he can do. Straight to the Lakers, though. Again, that communication, that rather weak communication on display, I should say. So now the Lakers get it back as a result. It's right to Lindsey. We'll see what Lindsey can do. Lindsey forced to pass it out. This is number 34 of the Broncos. Lawrence Robinson was pressuring him. And now the Broncos with possession. Sorry, out of bounds. But the Broncos will retain possession anyhow. So the Broncos now with it. Grieve to kick it out. Grieve being pressured by Lindsey. But Grieve able to kick it out there. No real threat presented. But just in case, Grieve had to get that one out fast. So now we will retain with the Broncos. One thing that's took precedence this game over any amount of goals, as there have been no goals, actually. But one thing that's taken the most precedence is whistles. And that's underlined by a real no shift in momentum towards any team. As I've said, it's an even battle so far between both. And I'm sure that's what both teams like to see, though, as none of them like to be down. None of them like to face a deficit. Because especially when you get down 1-0, especially 2-0, it makes it even more difficult to come back. So I'm sure they are pleased so far with how they have played, although they would like to get one on the board, preferably soon. So let's see what happens here. So Lakers kick it back out. Lakers, again, playing that strategic offense rather than trying to rush it into midfield. They're constantly trying to find the most open player, rather than rushing and pushing it up midfield as fast as they can. As Lindsey takes it here, or the very own of the Lakers, number 11, Lindsey, tripped up, and a stoppage in play will commence. So we'll go back to the Lakers. Lindsey not able to get any momentum there as he has tried to. So now Lindsey. Again, the Lakers trio of beneficiaries so far this season that they're hoping will put one on the board for them is that big body Ellis. It's that Lindsey Sarixi and Scott McCumsky and a fourth beneficiary. Not a trio, but a tuple, I should say. It's Jason Wytack. So the four will look to get things going for Lakers and spearhead that offensive attack. And now maybe that will happen is Lindsey with Lindsey playing the slow game, the strategic game as they have. Lindsey on a one-on-one battle with his defender. His defender, that is number 7, Jared Darajidi. GD maybe gets the best of Lindsey there, and he does, as he's able to hold off Lindsey from gaining any momentum and putting one through net. Now pushes back up to one of the Broncos' primary goal scorers, one of their primary threats in Matthew Bender. And Bender tries to get it through. No good. Goes right through the box. Never a real chance on goal. Straight through the box. And the Lakers take it back, as they have many times this match. And the Lakers now pushing it quickly. Maybe playing more of the quick game now as opposed to that slow game. But they quickly get tripped up, unfortunately. and tying his shoe now on the field seems to be Hasselbeck. So that will give them a little bit of a rest, maybe a little 10-15 second rest before they get back into play. Sorry, that was not Hasselbeck. That was Bastone, who got tripped up, tied his shoe, took a little 10-15 second rest, maybe recouped a bit in his head. And he'll certainly need that for the rest of the game, and especially now as he tries to evade it through this Bronco defense and get it to one of his teammates. So we'll see if he can do that. Bastone seems to be thinking it through, who's best to get it. We'll see if the Lakers apply any of those mind games that professional teams often do on these kicks. Maybe fake out with one player and go with the other. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Yes, they will. They will go with Bastone, but no good. Drifts right past Grieve and right past the heads of the Lakers attack. That Lakers front end who would attempt to get a pass from Bastone to kick it in, but all to no avail. As I said, it went right past them. Now back in the grasp of Reeve, and he will kick it in. Grieve now with it. Grieve deciding what to do. It's a lot of mental games from here on out as we approach 10 minutes left. A lot of mental games, I say, because you got to have that mental wherewithal in college soccer to be able to play within these final 10 minutes of the first half. And as you go into the second half, you have 55 minutes on the clock now remaining. So you got to be mentally strong, physically strong, emotionally strong to continue to fight within the last 50 or so minutes. Tripped up is the Lakers, and the ref will call it back to the Lakers' side. So it's the Broncos with a grievance on that call, but we see that a lot in soccer. No one wants to take a penalty. No one wants the other team to get the ball. Sometimes that's how it is, though. Sometimes the refs just got to call that. That is a real penalty, it seems. So the Lakers will get it back here. They'll try to push it up, all to be intercepted by the Broncos, though. Broncos now, maybe they try to get it out to Gauguin, who's proven himself as a worthy goal scorer. But no, it's not Gauguin featured in the offensive attack. That was number 23, Keon Flynn, who tried to get it. Will Keon get it back? No, he won't. But he will win that one-on-one battle and eventually get it back. Keon accidentally trips up one of the Lakers again. And it's the Broncos that get it back, that one-on-one fight. We have that gritty fight. And Alamid Hamid will come out with it. He'll come out of the scrap with the ball, that perseverance within the battle to just keep fighting for it. And that's what he will do as he is featured for the first time in the game. That is Hamid Al-Hamid, who will be featured, as I said again, in the first time this game. Will hope to make an impact, as will the rest of the Lakers and the Broncos. But the Broncos now with possession. They certainly don't want to end it in the same result as last game with the Maritime College, as it was 0-0. So we will see what transpires. They want to win. They don't want to tie. They want to head into conference play strong, and eventually this postseason strong as we go into midseason, rather. And now the Lakers with it. Ryan Bullis pushing it up. Ryan maybe winning the battle, but no good. As that pesky Broncos defense shows once again, that is Liam Malloy who spearheads that attack and is able to take it away from Bullis and push it out of bounds. Curbs that offensive attack for a bit until Bullis will get that corner kick and will try to get it out to one of his Laker teammates for a potential conversion on net as we head into the final minutes of this first half. So now Bullis deciding where to go with this ball. Again, a mental game you have to play. Bullis kicks it out, but looks like it's going to be intercepted by the Broncos, and it will. Taken back by the Lakers, though. That is number 24. Simon Bastone. Bastone, though, gets pass intercepted. And the Broncos will kick it back out. And it's 13 of the Broncos. One of their primary scorers, as I've said many times this game, Matt Sorrow. He'll be featured heavily in this game plan, along with many of the primary offensive engines for the Broncos. As I've stated so many times, it's necessary, though, to emphasize those key players, who they want to have an impact, such as Gauguin and such as Clapper, such as Carroll, Jake Carroll, that is, and such as Bender and Sorrell. So as we head down to these final 5 minutes, the ball keeps alternating possession. As I've said many times, it's the Lakers with it now. No. As another stoppage has, both the Lakers will retain possession, and it is Bullis here with it. Now Bullis to kick it in, or rather throw it in, I should say. Not the NFL. Bullis again, going to be featured at the sideline. He probably will throughout many times this game. As the Lakers try to get any sort of edge before half, Bullis pushes it in. No good. As Hamid Al-Hamid kicks it back out. And Bullis comes in from that sideline to get it. Bullis slides. Then a whistle will be called, as it looks like one of the Broncos is a bit tripped up. But Bullis will show that good sportsmanship that you need to get through this wonderful game of soccer. And that tripped up. Who got tripped up? That was number 19, Stephen Birmingham, who will see his first action of today's game. Sorry, that was not Birmingham. That was Matt Sorrell, who was tripped up. So Sorrell featured in the offense a lot. But good sportsmanship by Bullis to help him back up and make sure he's okay. That is what you want from one of your star players. But now as we shift back to the present, it will be kicked out of bounds by the Lakers. Kicked back in bounds for the Lakers. Lakers, maybe an advantage. No good. No good advantage. Go out of bounds, and the Broncos will quickly throw it in. Broncos with a sharp power kick there. That goes right to Kyle Rose. Many touches of the ball this game. He can expect that in the second half because he's been making a lot of crucial saves, and that strong Laker defense has helped him to have a relatively calm outing in net, even with the saves he's had to make. That defense has protected him further. So Dan Cain, head coach of the Lakers, I'm sure is pleased with that, and as are the rest of the Lakers. And it's a lot of one-on-one battles that I see as I look onto the field. These one-on-one battles, the Lakers and the Broncos trying to gain sorts of edges over their opponent. As we get a substitution, it is number 24, Simon Bastone, coming out for the first time for number 18, Andres Ibanez. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong roster. Number 18 of the Lakers, Eric Maldonado. So Eric will get his first action 2 minutes before half. That is out of bounds by the Lakers, as it was Rowan King who hit that one, bounced off his shoulder, went out of bounds, which will render the Broncos another opportunity to get things going before half. Now the Lakers, though, will get it back. White and gold, they will get it back. Can they get anything going before half? Smart ball handling here, smart to keep it in the back end rather than trying to rush it up. That's what they want to do. They want to apply that strategic, communicative game plan, those schemes that outlast their opponent, which is what they put on in that last game. Came in the form of a 3-0 shutout. So if that's any indication, then the Lakers, things should turn in their favor if they keep playing that play style. So now it's the Lakers with it again. They try to push up. They have a lot of ball control this half, more so than the Broncos, I would say myself. And again, it's that home squad Lakers that keep trying to push it through. But that pesky Bronco defense keeps taking the ball away at any moment. They seemingly win those one-on-one battles more often than not this half. And that's what you want to do. Even if they haven't had as many offensive opportunities as they liked in this first half, as we roll down to the buzzer, they can still be pleased with how well of a performance they put up on defense. Denied shots from sharpshooters such as Ryan Bullis. He had a few shots on net, but was swiftly denied by those defensemen from the Broncos. It was also Vladimir Lavrinenko and Tajay Ellis and Ian Hasselbeck, among many others, who had those chances on net. But again, that elite defensive showing from the Broncos proving prevalent, and it should stay that way within these final 25 seconds. No goals should transpire unless something wild happens. Maybe on the Lakers end it will as they take possession. Now the Lakers, it's pushed up. Well, the Lakers no good. Grieve with an elite stoppage there. The Lakers tried to push it through, but Grieve, before the Lakers could try to get a shot on goal, Grieve pushed up there, slid and took the ball. And there, who tried to take that shot? It was number 4, Ian Hasselbeck, once again being featured in the offense. But all in all, in that first half, Grieve with a wonderful showing along with that defense. 0-0 here on WTOP 10 as we head into the break. We'll see you back in 15.
The fans of Lakers will return to action right here at Lakers Turf Stadium next Saturday, September 27th. When they take on Oneonta.
Should I turn the camera off?
Start, so please join us. That's next Saturday against Oneonta at 11 a.m.
No, hold on.
How'd I do? Good. First time calling a soccer game.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to welcome back all of our Oswego State men's soccer alumni who are here with us this afternoon. Let's hear it for the alumni of men's soccer. And we have special thanks to the Alumni Committee President Sam Tanner, as well as committee members Gary Paricio, Scott Rickman, John Valina, and Ernie West. And we're also proud to welcome back Coach Ken Peterson, who led the Lakers for nearly 4 decades. Coach P earned 3 SUNY Coach of the Year awards and was inducted into the Oswego State Athletic Hall of Fame in 2011. So thank you, Coach P, and thanks to all of our men's soccer alumni for your contributions to the program and for your continued support as members of our Laker family. Fans, can we hear one more time for the Laker men's soccer alumni?
Welcome back to WTOP 10 as we are underway with the second half here. Still a stalemate at 0 for both teams. First half headlined by aggressive defense. Aggressive and pesky defense, that is, from both squads. Some shots on goal, definitely some shots on goal for Delhi, but the Lakers able to stop it. And on Delhi's offensive side, on the Lakers' offensive side, it was Ryan Bullis who was attempting to get many shots on goal, multiple in that corner. But it's that aggressive and pesky, tenacious defense that I mentioned from Delhi that continues to be a problem for the Lakers as the Broncos take 2 shots there, miss both. The first one deflected, second right into the hands of the Lakers, Kyle Rose. That's his first save of the half, and he continues into the second half from what was a very impressive first half, not just for Rose, but for both goalies. Aiden Grieve of Delhi, very strong showing in the first half, denying any chances that come his way. And now it's the Lakers with momentum as they push up here. It's number 27 on the Lakers. Jason Wytuck passes it out to Omarevic, no good. The shot from 5, Benjamin Brooks of the Lakers, hits the side of the net. Bounces off, I should say. No good from Brooks. Grieve avoiding a potential goal there, avoiding him having to even save it. Never touched a bar, never touched his hands, just hit the side. Bounces out. No good from Brooks. Still 0-0. Now it's Delhi. With the Delhi gets tripped up. That is number 12, Jake Carroll, who has 1 goal in the season that gets tripped up. One of many players on Delhi, I should say, with 1 goal in the season. So he will attempt to convert one for them later in the match as we see Delhi pushing the ball up here, attempting to get a kick in. So we'll see what transpires here. Now it's Delhi, waves the hand, signaling a kick in about 2 seconds. 2-1, we see it. That's a header from Delhi, all to go out of bounds. The Lakers still standing tall there on defense, not allowing much separation, meaning Delhi players couldn't get into much open space, as you see there on the broadcast. Clear view of Delhi. It's one thing that's also been a prominent story in this game is not much separation between the both squads on offense, which the defenses like a lot because they're winning a lot of the one-on-one battles, the contained battles that we see. very strong on both sides. Both don't let each other gain an edge. So we keep seeing those battles. Now it's Delhi who has possession. They're attempting to get one past Rose in the second half here. It was number 23, Keon Flynn, that attempted to pass it up there, all to be deflected by the Lakers into the hands of Rose, who now kicks it out. That is his second save of the half. Rose putting on a very impressive showing so far, able to smartly contain any momentum that the Delhi Broncos try to conjure up. And now it's the Lakers with it. One-on-one here. Lindsay with it. Lindsay takes a shot. No good. No good. Goes right back out of bounds. Lindsay took the first shot. Grieve deflected it. Very stout showing by him to come out and deflect it with his kick. Deflected with his foot, sorry. Goes right back to the Lakers, though. Number 27, Jason Wyduck. However, his shot went far left. Not even into the hands of Grieve. Quickly gets stopped by the out-of-bounds line. So now we're going back into play here as they went 0 of 2 on conversions there. The Lakers did. Strong showing by Grieve. Be able to prepare. That preparedness of Grieve, certainly fundamental for a goalie, any goalie. But now the Lakers out of ball control already. Again, Wyduck kicks it out. Lindsay kicks it back to Wyduck. Wyduck jumps past a deflected ball from the Broncos, and the Broncos avoid a stumble there. They avoid a lapse on defense as they don't allow the Lakers to convert. Another strong showing on defense. They quickly intercepted that from that back and forth between Wyduck and Lindsay. Very strong showing, as I said, from them. A1 defense, what you want, what the coach wants. Dan Kane, maybe not happy with that outcome, but he likes to see those chances being at least produced. And he likes to see that the Lakers have been able to get a lot of ball control so far this second half. Should be able to keep up with that, and we'll see if they're able to. Lakers now playing it safe in their back end. Broncos applying some pressure, but so far Lakers able to get separation. Now it's just mind games really in this back end. Who has more mental toughness to come away with the ball and try to convert it past the net, connect on the shot. Lindsay gets slipped up there as the Broncos pass it right past him. Broncos now with an advantage, but the Lakers take it quickly. And the Lakers now, the fast feet of the Lakers certainly have an advantage for them. Now it's the Lakers, a lot of new faces in the second half. Maybe the substitutions will do them some good. Not to say that that starting lineup in the first half was bad, but sometimes a change was needed. It wasn't bad at all. However, sometimes a change is needed. Maybe you got to recuperate things. So we'll see if this new lineup plays any beneficiary. Now it's Lindsay with it. Lindsay with a shot on goal. Lindsay, no good, but still in play. Wyduck tripped up. Wyduck tries to get it. Wyduck very unhappy with the no call there. Through all that, no conversion from the Lakers. Lindsay had it. Lindsay took a shot, but it was a missed opportunity. Drifted to the left of the goal, as we've seen many times. Wyduck able to keep it in there, but no good. Very files a grievance with the call, but now still it's on the Lakers side. Wyduck now. Wyduck with it. Wyduck tries to knife through that pesky defense. I was going to say that strong defense yet again from the Broncos that they've shown all this game. And while it has been, let me say, all Lakers on offense so far this second period, it's pretty much on the defensive side been all Broncos. Some of the Lakers have taken a misstep in shots, miscalculated their shots, but that's not to say the Broncos haven't been there to deny potential opportunities, because they certainly have. Now it's on the Broncos side of things. Broncos now with it. Will they get any momentum here? It's one of their sharpshooters with it, number 25, Matthew Bender. Bender, though, renders that possession useless. Goes straight back to Kyle Rose. Rose flips it right back out. Will the Lakers be able to do anything with another opportunity here? And the back end just keeps going back and forth between those trio of defenders and midfielders. But now the Lakers able to push it up. All to be denied. Trio of midfielders that contains Scout McCumsky, who just passed it up but got denied by the Broncos. His pass gets deflected right away. Back to the Lakers. A lot of back and forth here as we saw in the first half. So what's happening in the first half transpires into the second, and I questioned if that would happen. Maybe there would be a huge momentum shift. Lakers would pile a few on, but that has not been the case, even if they tried to. Broncos have stood tall on every chance. They've stood on 10 toes. Have the Lakers walking around in eggshells around them. The Lakers now with a coordinated effort to get it through, and that is Bastone with it. Bastone passes it up to Lindsey. Lindsey through his legs. No good. Lindsey never got firm control on the ball, which allowed it to go straight to the Broncos defender, and he kicks it right back out of bounds to, again, curb a potential huge chance for the Lakers. That's going to sting for them. That's going to sting for Lindsey that he wasn't able to get that. But as always, there's time to recuperate and recover. Lindsey's been aggressive this whole game. I don't see that changing. He's going to continue to hustle on both ends of the ball. Going to continue to be there when the team needs him most in all places. Been one of the many beneficiaries for this team. So now the Lakers with it here. The Broncos with it. Broncos again playing smart ball. Not playing too conservative. Not making too many business decisions. They are simply playing calmly in the back end here behind midfield. As they try to push it up, though. But that's how it costs you. Gets intercepted by your opposition. Turned into a stoppage in play. And the Lakers get it there. The Lakers now with it. Again, the Lakers really replicating what the Broncos have took into the second half, which is not too many conservative decisions. They're playing very casually. Not too casually, but at least behind the midline. They're not letting the defense get to them. So we'll see what happens here as the Lakers do pass it in on this breezy Saturday. Thank you for tuning into WTOP as always. But we see the Lakers are getting possession. Lakers! No good. An errant pass leads to another save by Grieve. And both of these goalies, dare I say, putting on a clinic so far. Able to stop anything that comes their way. Not too many aggressive shots. Not too many up-close chances. But even the far chances, not inside the box, but outside the yellow line, even those chances are able to be stopped. Grieve able to come out efficiently. He's playing smartly, very smartly with the ball. He knows when to come out, knows when to stop that. He's not overcompensating. He's not overcommitting to the ball. He's coming out right when his team needs him to. And again, curbing those potential chances, which is what you certainly want out of your young goalkeeper, your young stopper. A lot of kids in the crowd today looking up to both of these goalies, I imagine, Rose and Grieve. Rose and Grieve certainly delivering on the hopes that they had promised, which is to play to the best of their abilities. They've done nothing short of that so far. Now it's the Broncos with it. Broncos pass it back out. Intercepted. Again, an amazing effort by Lindsey there to get to the ball. Lindsey, though, trips up one of the Broncos. Lindsey hustling against a one-on-one battle now between Lindsey and one of the Broncos defenders, Lindsey. Lindsey himself gets tripped up on the receiving end of a trip. And Lindsey, no good. Lindsey tries to run it up there, tries to convert it. Maybe too fast, though. Maybe he has to take his time there. Because the Broncos, that defender, number 3, very pesky defender, Nico Anastos, one of the premier primary defenders on this team, able to stop Lindsey from getting any real momentum there. Lindsey, now we'll see if he can recuperate. Lakers going to pass it back in. Lakers go with an easy choice here. Right out to the side. No good. As Bastone tries to put it on net. That is no good, but Lakers get it back. That is wide tuck, goes over his head. So it goes straight to Bastone now. Bastone, ball handling here. Bastone kicks it through the net. Sorry, not through the net. Kicks it through the box. And the Lakers try to get that possession, but they couldn't as the Broncos deny that with swift feet. But now Lindsey playing in a one-on-one battle. Lindsey kicks it out. And Bastone will take his chance on net. but Grieve comes out in his best way there to stop that right into his gloves. As you've seen so many times this game, which I'm sure his whole team loves. 0-0 as we approach 30 minutes left in this game. Hard-fought contest, as has been said by myself many times this broadcast, but it can't be really said enough, even at the cost of sounding like a broken record, because it's been just a really gritty battle between both squads. Both of these teams, again, as I said in the beginning, with a similar record, so they're going to have a similar play style, really, even if they play different levels of competition. They're going to bring their best. They're going to bring similar levels of play style and game plans, and they both have not too conservative, taking their time here on offense. Certainly been the case in the second half. They're going to need to do that. They want to keep up the play, the stout play they have throughout this contest. The Lakers quickly denied, so the Broncos able to get it back. Broncos pushing it up. No good. An overshot from the pass that was intended for Matthew Bender, but Bender able to recuperate and get the ball back. Bender now with it. Bender in a one-on-one. He kicks it out. Bender, an overshoot there. Tried to pass it. No good. Off one of the heads of the Lakers. Goes out of bounds. But all for the Broncos to retain the ball. And we will see here what they can do with an extra possession on the clock. Now the Broncos are going to be setting up here to get any potential chances. You see the players in the back, see the players in the middle, see the players in the front. That battle in the net, one-on-one. That will go towards the net. No good as he overshoots that net. Goes on top of the net, slides off. So no good. Very strong decision from Broncos to do that, to take that shot instead of passing it out to one of your teammates, maybe in the middle. You got to take those chances sometimes as we wind down. Take as many chances as you can on net. So I don't hate that, and I'm sure the Broncos don't hate that either. It just shows that you're willing to fight and willing to take those maybe risky chances on net. Still, however, willing to fight. So now we see goes right back up to the Broncos. They roll out a lot of new faces in the second half, as have the Lakers, as have I said. Maybe it plays benefit to them. Who knows? Again, though, Rose able to stop that. Rose quickly slides out, and that's a textbook save for the ace there. Ace in net, as I say. That's a textbook save for him. He kicks it out now to Wytack, it seems like. Sorry, not Wytack. Wytack, the pass is intended for him, but no good. Denied by the Broncos. Kicked out back to the Broncos. Broncos now take it. Hayden Gauguin featured in this offense a lot. He was the one who took that corner kick that went above the net. He's been a sharpshooter really all season for the Broncos, which is what you want, your premier offensive player to take that. So that was a good business decision by him. He's ball controlling a lot in this half. The ball presented to him, but the Lakers able to swiftly deny that as the Broncos do take it. Oh, it's almost a header in. That was once again Aiden Gauguin. The ball went right over his head. A potential header maybe into the net, but it slid off that blonde scalp and it went past his head, out of bounds, and now the Lakers retain possession. The Lakers with it now. See what they can do here. Many players on the corner anticipating to get that ball. It gets tripped up. No call. That was number 5, Benjamin Brooks, who got tripped up. He had the shot on goal earlier in the half. One that was no good. And now another potential shot on goal stopped by Grieve. Again, racking up saves in this contest. He has backed up the primary goalie most of this season, but in one of his chances, he is showing why maybe a few years down the line, he could be the starter, as their starting goalie does graduate in 2 years. Junior this year, graduates next year. That is Salvatore Maloney. But Aiden Grieve putting on a very strong showing here, showing the coach why he was certainly a good pickup for the Broncos. Now the Lakers to kick it back out after a fouled conversion by the Broncos. Fouled conversion attempt by them. So Lakers attempting to recuperate here. Lakers now one-on-one from Wytack and one of the Bronco defenders. And the Bronco defender seems to come out with the win there on that one-on-one. And he kicks it up there. Wytack coming through with it. But no good. As they try to pass it back to Hamid Al-Hamid. But no good. As the defender on Al-Hamid wins that battle, he is able to come to the front of him and deny that ball. Al-Hamid again tries to get it. No good, however. Al-Hamid seeing a lot of action tonight. They're going to look to him for a lot of passes. Look to him to come up clutch. See if he can attest to the moment. Now the Lakers playing it safe. Swift pass through the defense. Right to 19 Bullets. Bullets goes it up to Wytack. Wytack overshot of the pass, though, and the Broncos able to take that. That was number 21 of the Broncos, Davashar Herrera, who took that ball straight from Wytack. You certainly love to see that from them if you're the coach for the Broncos. So now the stoppage in play, and Grieve will kick it back out. Grieve now seeing where he wants to place this ball. You got to place it very meticulously here. Sorry, meticulously, I think it is. But, however, on the other side of things, 25 on the Lakers. 25 on the Lakers gets tripped up. That is Hustleback. He gets tripped up. But, anyhow, the Lakers quickly get the ball back. And he'll be kicked out. Kicked out to the Lakers side of things. They will maintain possession throughout here. But it quickly goes out of bounds. Now the Lakers back with an attempt to get the ball rolling here. They attempt to push it on their side. All no good, though, as every pass seemingly gets intercepted. And I can't touch on it enough how improved this Bronco defense has seemed. It's been an even match thanks to their back end. And one of the defenders who certainly has stood out in this game has certainly been Andres Ibanez, as he's denied so many balls that have come his way and just deflected a ton of those said balls. So he's certainly been a beneficiary for the team, I would say. And also, you can't forget about Grieve putting on a masterclass in net, also shunning away any potential chances from the Lakers as they try to recoup and are dealing with the ball back in their end. But that's taken by the Broncos. Quickly give it back to the Lakers. And the Lakers playing a lot of tight ball here, a lot of players close to each other. Maybe that has its own cons as they need to get more separation, I feel. Maybe that's the case as it goes right to the Broncos. Broncos in sort of open space. It's the Lakers who put on a strong showing there. Number 4, Ian Hustleback, able to take that ball and deny. So they've been doing so many times this game, and they do it once again. Ian Hustleback with a premier defensive showing there as we wind down in 23 minutes. Becomes so much of a mental battle. They have to fight through. College soccer requires so much conditioning. One of our own, Nick Stetter, knows that. Mentioned it in a previous broadcast. Former Livonia soccer player. Anyhow, we go back to the game now, and we see number 21 on the Broncos pass it in, trying to get any sort of offensive momentum going. That is Herrera, the defender who will pass it in. Been a very strong defender this game. Done everything you want out of one of your primary defenders, that is. We see a substitution here. Derek Rivera comes in for the first time as he comes in for the sharpshooter Wytuck. So we see how that plays out. And now the Lakers with it. The Lakers had intercepted that pass in by Herrera. So we see if they can maintain possession and not let the Broncos get it back. Lakers playing again very conservatively. Not taking too many business decisions or like hashed or half effort decisions here. Now Al-Hamid passes back out. Al-Hamid goes up to try and get the receiving pass back, and maybe he does, but he gets tripped up here. And he seems to be hurt a bit. Never mind, he quickly gets back up, and you love to see that. Maybe clutching his legs for a second, but he gets back up in typical Al-Hamid fashion, which is his strong playing style and high IQ sense of play. He will hope to carry that on, and I'm sure head coach Dan Kane loves that about him and many other players on this team. So now it's the Lakers who will try to get it through. That is 25, Kieran Hasselbeck. Try to push it through now. Try to find one of his own. Directs it to Al-Hamid, and it is no good. But the Lakers attempt to get it back. A shot on net. Another shot on net that is overshot. First one denied by Grieve. Second one simply overshot. And you hate to see that if you're the Lakers, because that's one of many chances that you could have had on converting the ball. But sometimes you accidentally miscalculate things, and in that instance, certainly the case. The ball quickly goes back over the net from number 4, Ian Hasselbeck. But now Lakers get another chance on net. Swiftly denied, though, by the back end of the Broncos, who, as I said many times, have been particularly elite in this game. You can't state that enough, really. Can't be overstated, as we see the Broncos switching now to offensive side of things as they pass it in, all to be stopped from the ref, coming in the form of a whistle. So we will anticipate what happens here, the result of this. Aiden Grieve with that stellar save. It was very chaotic in that box. Black and white jerseys everywhere, a sea of black and white jerseys. Aiden Grieve, though, coming through as a warrior, as he has so many times this game, and coming out on top, swiftly denies that shot from what it looked like Benjamin Brooks. Brooks gets it back and overshoots it. But, of course, that was spearheaded by the denied momentum from Grieve as the Broncos attempt to get it back. But an overcommitment from one of their own pushes the ball out of bounds. Now the Lakers will get possession back on their end. And the Lakers push it through. The Lakers push it up. Not much of an advantage as a sea of black jerseys surrounds Wytuck. Wytuck forced to pass it back up. Now they get it past the offensive end. That is Bastone with it. Trying to Bastone. That's Ryan Bullis with it. Bullis gets tripped up. Number 4 of the Lakers tripped up there, and that is Brooks. Once again, any chance he has denied. Just a smart defensive play by the Broncos from number 17, Ian Silvero. That midfielder, he comes up and makes a critical play to deny Hasselbeck, from that chance on net. Now the Lakers kick it back up. Al-Hamid trying to win that battle. He does. Hamid tries to speed it through, but he is tripped up once again by that defender who's been on his coattails all game. That does not seem to switch up. Still on his coattails. A Bronco gets tripped up, but that's a call on the Lakers. That is a call on the captain, number 6, Derek Rivera, as he was subbed in for Wytack. And he gets a crucial call that maybe flipped the momentum of this game as the Broncos get it. Whoa. Tripped up once again is Rivera. Rivera seems to be in pain down on the field in this game, as you can see, getting physical, getting very gritty. Both sides not giving edge. Fans calling for a yellow card here as we see them down in the stands. Those passionate fans, that's what you want to see, though, in this college soccer atmosphere. Very high-stakes conference game for the Lakers, at least, to open up the season. To open up their conference play. Very high stakes for them. They want to start out 1-0. This game is getting chippy, and yet again, chippy. An understatement, it seems, as Kieran Hasselbeck gets tripped up. Quickly gets back up, though. No yellow card, no red card, no card at all, and the Lakers will retain possession. as we approach 18 minutes, 18:52 exactly remaining on the clock. Hasselbeck will pass it in now. As it seems, the refs, though, are going to look at something. The fans are getting antsy in the crowd. We see down in the stands, fans are getting antsy. A lot of missed calls. Well, maybe in their opinion, missed calls here. Fans getting antsy here. So we will see what the result of this is. Seems as though Derek Rivera, seems as though he will be the one to pass it and try to connect with one of his Laker teammates, those who reside on the shore of Lake Ontario. We'll try to convert it through the net. We'll see if that can happen within the coming minutes. Rivera gets the green light from the ref, and he will spearhead an offensive attack here. Try to get an offensive attack, at least, I should say, going. Does he get the green light, though? I think it's the Broncos that are subbing out one. Yes, Broncos making a substitution. We will have to look at that one. But still, Rivera perched in that back end. And it is Aiden Gauguin, their sharpshooter, coming out of the game. And Grieve putting on such a strong showing in net each time a ball comes his way. But Amadou Diallo coming in for Aiden Gauguin. So now we see if Diallo can make a difference here. Or sorry, it was Diallo out, Gauguin in. My bad on that one. So we'll see. We know Gauguin can be a difference maker. We know he can be a tone setter, a tone changer, a tempo bringer, a force to be reckoned with. So we'll see if he can change his momentum here, shift it in the favor of the Broncos, as he has done many times this season. Putting up only 2 goals so far, still leading the team, though. Those 2 goals don't exactly represent his play, because he's played much stronger than the numbers show, game in and game out, as he's been everywhere on the field, both on offense and defense, primarily on offense, though. We'll see if he can get something going for this Bronco squad, as he's the primary shooter. Now it's the Broncos with it, though. Broncos kick it back out. It's an overshoot, as has happened many times this game. An overshoot right to Kyle Rose. Both of these goalies just putting on a stellar showing in their confines. And I don't expect that to let up within these last 17 minutes. Al-Hamid tries to get it, but it is quickly taken by Broncos defender number 7, Jared Dargiti, who's been certainly stellar this game, certainly playing up to his expectations as a primary defender for the Broncos. Is headed to Al-Hamid, but quickly again intercepted by another man who has been on his coattails, as I just mentioned, Jared Dargiti. Jared coming through with that quick stop as Al-Hamid denied any grasp of the ball, certainly within his reach. But it was Dargiti who wanted it more. And now it's the Lakers. We have a Laker tripped up. We have down in the field to quickly get back up. That is number 4, Benjamin Brooks, who gets tripped up. Ian Hasselbeck, who gets tripped up. Keep mixing that one up. But then it's Grieve who comes out of the net to try and stop a potential shot that turned into an overshot. So he didn't have to make much of an effort there. Just shows his preparedness, his readiness for anything that comes his way. He's up to the challenge. So now it's Grieve that is going to kick this one out, attempt to get things rolling, any semblance of momentum on either sides of the ball in these final 16 minutes. Grieve kicks it out. Alternates between jerseys here. Alternates between jerseys on both squads. Kicked right back out to Grieve. Smart thing to do. The comfortable thing to do. He is your comfortable option that you want to give it to if all else fails and you can't find anything working on your end of the ball. You want to pass it back to your goalie. In the Lakers' case, Rose. In the Broncos' case, Grieve, which they have done several times to their benefit. So now the Lakers going to alternate between guys in their back end, see if they can get something going between their multiple stars here. The Lakers are going to pass it in here. That is number 8, Scout McCumsky, a goal scorer from last game as they downed Marywood 3-0. The Lakers almost got the advantage there. Almost. It was almost Al Hamid and Derek Rivera who were able to go up there, but the ball was nowhere to be seen, at least for them. Lakers tried to get chances, although goes off of the back of number 17 on the Broncos, Ian Silvero, one of the primary midfielders on the team. He denies the ball from pushing forward. That's a handball on Jared Dargiti, as he has had the stellar defensive showings that he's had, those one-on-one matchups. It's those small errors that hurt you in the long run sometimes, particularly in this case, most likely in the short run. It can be in the long run, though, as the Lakers get it back. Obviously not intentional move by Dargiti. He was just in an unfortunate place at a time where the Lakers threw the ball in from out of bounds. Nothing you can do to control that, really. It's now a stoppage in play, succeeding a throw-in by the Lakers. 14:07 left in WTOP's broadcast of the Oswego State Lakers versus the Delhi Broncos. That is SUNY Delhi Broncos on this beautiful Saturday on Alumni Weekend. So we'll see what the Lakers can conjure up. And, of course, we thank all our alumni for the contributions to this program. They're endless. They certainly mean a ton. Certainly a ton. Already inducted into the Hall of Fame. And there's a slew in a new class that will be inducted in each year. So now we shift to Grieve. He'll be kicking it out now. Grieve now boots it out. Grieve, a centralized force in the net. As I said so many times, he's been neutralizing any attack from the Lakers that they try to put on. Denied. Denied by Rowan King of the Lakers. The Broncos tried to push it up. Broncos tried to make an attack. King was right there to deny it. Goes out of bounds, although still Bronco ball. So we'll see if any momentum can be developed in their end. It's now, as I said, the Broncos that are passing it in from here. We'll see what they can do with it. Players separating, some players in that, some players in the midfield, some players in the back end, trying to get that ball, trying to get any semblance of things going. In a fight, in a one-on-one fight for the battle between Rivera and Jared Dargiti. And one to come out with it is Dargiti as he kicks it out of bounds, curbing anything that Rivera could try to make of this situation. Now the Lakers once again just going to play roulette with the ball in the back, playing it safe, playing comfortably as they know. And it's Rivera in that one-on-one with one of the primary Broncos defenders. That is Herrera. And Herrera gets the best of it as the ball goes into the stands, makes a big boom. However, we have another one, of course. Back to Herrera, though, putting on a stellar defensive showing. He's exactly where you want him to be. In the right place, in the right time. He's winning a majority of the one-on-one battles he's presented with. Can't expect much more from your ace defender. And again, Rivera. He's one of the proponents of this attack and tries to get it out to Gauguin, but no good. He quickly gets slightly tripped up, which gives the Lakers the ball back. Now the Lakers going to try to recuperate, try to settle things in, try to make anything of this situation. Still 0-0 here. Neither team getting a clear edge early into the second half. As we saw, the Lakers got a plethora of offensive chances, a few shots by Bolus and company. Keep saying Bolus, primary shot taker, one of the primary shot takers at least, but he's been able to generate many chances along with many other players such as Hasselbeck. Both the Hasselbeck brothers have been premier in this game. Again, the momentum slightly shifted toward the Lakers, as I said, in the beginning of the second half. But now, it's an even. It is even. Laker gets tripped up, and so does a Bronco. Bronco stretching it out here. He's going to get back up, though. Another trip up between both players. Laker, though, seems to be hurting down on the turf. We wait to see who it is. Sportsmanship on display there from Gauguin as he attempts to help him up. So now we are back in play. A strong display of sportsmanship from Gauguin as he tried to help up Hustleback there. Kieran Hustleback, that is. Not Ian. Hustleback, the one that tripped up there. Kieran. He gets back up, and now we are back in play, back in action. Now it's the Lakers here with the ball. They try to control the ball for much of this half, running a smart and calculated offense, all to be stopped by Gauguin. Gauguin gets it. Gauguin with an errant pass. Not enough, or maybe too much of a lead in there for whoever Gauguin is trying to pass that to, which was number 25 of his team, Matthew Bender. He was trying to get it to Bender, but the Lakers defense quickly stood up and intercepted that pass, and now it's Lindsay with it. Lindsay kicks it out. Lindsay kicks out to Kieran Hustleback. Sorry, Ian Hustleback. Hustleback kicks it back out to Bullis. Bullis now intends the pass for number 8, Scout McCumsky. Kumsky playing smart with the rest of the other ones. It's McCumsky, Bullis, and Hustleback in that back end who are just alternating passes between each other. That's all you can really ask right now. You don't want to take too many risky chances because those can develop into miscues. And in the worst case scenario, goals for your opponent if they were to bring it back into their end on a potential advantage. Officially 10 minutes to go here in the game. We'll see what happens. My prediction is 1 goal is at least had, maybe with 2 minutes left. Certainly my pregame prediction of 2-1 Lakers isn't true. Maybe it'll be 1-0 though. They try to get it to Gauguin, but no good. But as I was saying, certainly my prediction of 2-1 was not true. There's like a 1% chance that it comes true. Hard to tack on 3 goals between both teams with 9 minutes left. So, pre-game prediction will not come to fruition, but at least one team maybe will score within these remaining 9 minutes. Clear chance to go for the Broncos, and Rose is able to come away with that. Rose will step up as the top dog, assert his dominance in the net. He comes out swiftly out of the net there and takes the chance away. It was a shot on net from the Broncos. But Rose, of course, in the right place at the right time, as he's been so many times this game, and takes the chance away. Rose with another save. And now we'll see what happens with the Broncos as they are pushing. Lakers denying that potential Bronco chance. And now it's a stoppage in play, as the game is even getting more grittier and more of a fight as we continue play. So now we see what transpires within these final 8 minutes as the minutes keep winding down. The Lakers and the Broncos want to play with more urgency down the stretch. Not that they haven't, but there's going to be more urgency feel between both. And now number 19, Ryan Bullis, as he substitutes out for Jason Wyack. Bullis hyping up the crowd down this final stretch. Bullis getting the crowd amped for what could be a potential goal. They spearhead an overbearing offensive attack. Lakers will quickly come away with it. That was Bastone. Quickly came away with that ball, but all to be soon intercepted by the Broncos. The Broncos now with it. Quickly give it to the Lakers, who pass it back in. The Lakers overcommitted there from the Lakers, overcommitment, and it's a battle now in the deep end. Rivera slips up, which gives the advantage to the Broncos seemingly, as it's a race for the ball, but no good on the Broncos end as the Lakers do take that one. It was number 5, David Clapper, he has 1 goal in the year. That was number 5, David Clapper, who was racing to get that ball, but the Lakers won that battle. They won that race, represented by them coming away with here. Witek with a power shot directly to his teammate. Very accurate passer, as we know Witek is. Now it's a battle deep in the ends. Goes straight to another Bronco. Bronco passes it up. They continue the attack. It's Gauguin here with it. Gauguin spearheading this offensive momentum. Gauguin passes it out to Bender. Bender up to number 5. David Clapper. Clapper gets a shot at net to the left side of the goal, but Rose rises up to the challenge. Rose denies it swiftly with his glove, denies that momentum. He hits it out, hits his fingers, and that is another save for our protector of the net, for the Lakers' protector of the net, I should say. Rose certainly winning this mental battle with himself. He's been able to keep it clean, been able to keep a clean sheet all game. He's not letting this maybe fatigue get the best of him because he's definitely faced more action in the second half, but he's still standing strong as the time winds down, and we hit 6 minutes here as I speak. Now the Lakers with ball control here. Lakers attempting to get something going. Lindsay gonna race for it. Lindsay with speed. Lindsay gets it. Let's see if Lindsay can do anything. Rushing to the ball. Maybe an overcommitment by Lindsay as he lets it up. Or was that better defense? We'll leave that up to the box score. But for now, as I said, it was Lindsay maybe rushing too fast with the ball. Is a speedster. Sometimes, though, that plays as a downside to him. As the ace defender that the Broncos have, Herrera, able to keep up with Lindsay and then take that ball and deny Lindsay from getting towards the net and a potential chance on goal. So now in these final 5 minutes, Grieve facing less shots than before. But that's simply because of Herrera and company on the defensive end, able to get things going, able to establish what I would say is a brick wall defense throughout this game. We'll see if they can stay that way. See if that wall can stay intact. Now it's one of the Lakers who get tripped up, and the Broncos are complaining, pointing to the ground. They thought there was a call on them. Now the Lakers, that's Rivera. Rivera fighting with the ball. Rivera tries to get a shot on net, although it is easily denied by a Bronco defender. That Bronco defender never lost control of Rivera, stayed with him the whole time, and now his teammates commending him for that tremendous defensive stand, possibly the best individual defensive stand of the game, as it comes at such a critical time with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. So we have a barn burner here. Audience enthralled with this game. So are the players on the field and on the bench, and I'm sure head coach Dan Kane here, biting his nails, anticipatory to see what happens within these final 4.5 minutes. The Lakers going to kick it from the corner. They attempt to get it to one of their guys, one of their main scorers. Maybe Hustleback, maybe Bolus, maybe Bastone. We never know. It could be Lindsay, who's had several instances of ball control this game, although to be intercepted, but still he's shown they can carry the offensive load and in a big manner. So the Lakers fighting in the net. It's Rivera who's deep in the net there. He's going to try to sneak one past the defender, but he's covered it by 2 guys. Goes straight to the net, and it's denied by the Broncos. Hustleback, it's off Hustleback's foot. And Hustleback not able to get it. Sorry, not Hustleback, that was Bastone who put on that. He was not able to regain control of that ball. Now goes straight back to the Lakers. A Laker is tripped up. And that was number 5, Benjamin Brooks. We haven't seen much of in the second half, but we are now preambled to as he gets tripped up, and now he will get a kick straight on the goal with a slew of defenders facing him. Again, this brick wall style defense in action as they want to represent an actual brick wall to take down a tyrannical attack, to take down a potential tyrannical attack that the Lakers can conjure up to take a 1-0 lead as the clock winds down with 3:40 left. No good from Brooks. Never got clear power on the shot. Straight shot, and that's a textbook save by Grieve. As in baseball, we would say that's a grounder. But now as we shift to the present, it's Brooks that tries to keep up with his man. Brooks losing the battle as his man gets in front of him. No good. That man was Bender on offense who got past Brooks. All to be stopped, though. Never got a real chance on goal. Now goes out of bounds off of the foot of a Bronco. But it's the Broncos that will once again retain possession. They will kick it from this corner. And again, once again, try to get their players set up in the correct position to try and take one on net here within these final 2 minutes. Kicks it in from out of bounds. Straight to the net. Goes off the crossbar. The corner of the crossbar. That'll be no good, but then the Broncos get another chance. Stopped by the back net. Wow. That was a crazy sequence. First, a corner kick by the Broncos. Deflected by the Lakers. Goes back to a Bronco player. Number 8, Gauguin that was. Gauguin takes a shot on net. Goes right past the net. Hits the back net. No good. So now the Lakers get it back. Lindsay with it. Lindsay kicks it up. Lindsay kicks up to Hustleback. Hustleback, no good. Hustleback not able to get that one. The Bastone, sorry. Keep getting those ones mixed up. Both stellar players, however. Now it's Bastone with it. Brooks again slips up. Brooks, ball given up to his defender, and it's a race now for who can get the ball first. And now it's once again going to be in the Broncos' end, it seems. Sorry, the Lakers end. Lakers are going to pass into the Broncos end, though, and we are nearing 1 minute left as I speak. 1:12 left on the clock, and the Lakers will take it from the ends of the Broncos. And now the Lakers here calculating their chances, wondering what they can conjure up in this final minute, if anything. Or do we just simply go to overtime? See who scores the first goal in a sudden death circumstance. But for now, we just see what can happen. We sit and wait in this thrilling, what has been a thrilling matchup between the Lakers and the Broncos on WTOP 10. Once again, I am Logan Weingartner as we roll down in this final minute. And they will commence play once again. So the Lakers kick it. Gauguin standing back, but goes over his head, and he rushes back, however. Now is Scout with a power kick. Scout tries to get it up, and now it's Bastone with it. Bastone kicks it out. Wytuck with a clear chance on that. Only stopped by a one-on-one now. Wytuck, no good, as the whistle seemed to commence, as the whistle seemed to be blown before he could get a shot off even. However, anyways, it was to the left, no good. And now Grieve kicking it back out. Grieve, we approach 30 seconds now. It's Bender now with it. Bender, can he get anything on net? No, we cannot. Two Broncos were there trying to get something, both trying to kick it. It was Bender. And it was Jake Carroll there. Both of them were trying to get it. They were quickly stopped by the Lakers, not just Rhodes, but also the defenders. 10 seconds left. Now it's the Lakers are rushing. Rivera rushing in a one-on-one battle. And the Broncos get the best of it. And the clock will wind down to the triple zeros. And we will head into a tie. 0-0 at the end of 2 periods now. What a matchup. Both teams getting a plethora of opportunities. Sorry for the pause. Plethora of opportunities on net for both teams, but all to no avail, as goalies Kyle Rose and Aiden Grieve stood the test, and so did the back end of both teams. Lakers seem to get more opportunities in the second half, but all to no avail. I've been Logan Weingartner, and on behalf of the entire WTOP 10 crew, thank you for tuning in. We will see you next Saturday.